Hi, my name is Q.Vera Liao, a researcher at Microsoft Research. This short video is to present a preview of my joint work with Shyam and Sundar at Penn State University on designing for responsible trust in AI systems, a communication perspective. Recently, there are lots of discussions around trustworthy AI, including principles to ensure trustworthy AI, such as accuracy, robustness, and fairness. But is that what we need? Is AI technology creators' responsibility limited to ensuring trustworthiness? We start with the recognition that trust is a human judgment. So what can go wrong with human trust in AI? Individual systems will always differ in their trustworthiness, and there will be non-trustworthy ones. People cannot always perfectly assess the trustworthiness, and they can be misled by malicious attempt to earn their trust. Also, not all people make the same trust judgment, and some are more vulnerable to developing inappropriate trust. This creates inequality of experiences and outcomes. Inappropriate trust can have many negative consequences, such as over and under reliance, misuse, colleague burden, and so on. We must place this responsibility of preventing inappropriate user trust, and even worse, malicious manipulation of user trust on technology creators. Hence, we frame information interface design of AI as communicating the AI trustworthiness. With this communication framing, we can ask two important questions. One is, how should AI trustworthiness be responsibly communicated to ensure appropriate and equitable user trust judgment? For the industry, we must ask how to protect users from malicious parties' deceptive communication to earn their trust. To answer this question, by surveying relevant human factors in the communication literature, we develop a conceptual model called MATCH, which describes how AI trustworthiness is communicated by trustworthiness cues presented in three common affordances of AI systems: AI-generated content, transparency, and interaction. These cues are then processed by people to make trust judgment through dual cognitive processes, either a slow systematic process to make a rational judgment, or a fast heuristic process by invoking trust-related cognitive heuristics. Individual differences in trust judgment happen because how people perform this dual processing is subjective to the influence of their ability and motivation. In this paper, we use an illustrative use case, an AI app that suggests common disease diagnosis to show how practitioners can use MATCH to design AI systems responsibly. With this use case, we also suggest common trustworthiness cues in a system and how they're processed by people. The important goal of this work is to provide guidance for what are good trustworthiness cues that technology creators should use. First, we define a concept and a checklist of conditions for warranted trustworthiness cues to help identify what design cues that can lead to warranted trust judgment with regard to the true level of AI trustworthiness. We also discussed the concept of expensive trustworthiness cues. To guard against malicious and deceptive communication, as an industry, we should favor using cues that present to a believable extent impose a level of cost on the technology creator. Thank you for your attention. I hope this talk has convinced you to check our paper for more details.